The nanny's scream echoed through the marble-floored penthouse like a gunshot, shattering the fragile peace of a rainy Tuesday afternoon. "You're impossible. A monster hiding behind your money," she spat, her face twisted in fury as she hurled the sippy cup across the room, milk splattering against Jerry Harlan's $1,000 loafers. In that instant, as his 5-year-old son, Max, buried his face in a throw pillow on the leather sectional, Jerry felt the familiar burn of isolation claw at his chest. Another one gone, the 10th in 6 months, leaving him staring at the door slamming shut behind her, wondering if he'd ever find someone who could handle the chaos of his broken world. Jerry Harlan slumped against the kitchen island, the cold granite biting into his palms like a reminder of how alone he truly was. 38. He was the king of Harlan Tech, a Silicon Valley transplant who dragged his empire to the heart of Manhattan because the city's relentless pulse matched the arrhythmia of his heart since losing Elena 3 years ago. Cancer had stolen her in the night, leaving him with Max, a wide-eyed boy who inherited his mother's curls and his father's unyielding stare, and a fortune that bought everything except peace. The nannies? They came and went like bad investments. Too soft, too strict, too nosy about the empty side of the king-sized bed. Jerry didn't need their pity. He needed competence. And maybe, if he admitted it in the dark hours before dawn, someone to remind him what it felt like to be touched without transaction. Max toddled over, clutching a crumpled drawing of a family stick-figure trio. Mommy in the clouds now, Daddy with a briefcase too big for his arms, and Max in the middle, holding a balloon that looked suspiciously like a heart. "Nanny mad. Daddy?" the boy whispered, his voice a fragile thread in the echoing space. Jerry scooped him up, burying his nose in those soft curls that smelled like baby shampoo and unspoken grief. "Just a grown-up storm, buddy. It'll pass." But it wouldn't. Not tonight, with the city lights mocking him through the rain-streaked windows of his Tribeca loft. He dialed his assistant, voice clipped as steel. "Lila, find me number 11. Background check. References make it airtight. And send a bonus to the last one. Call it severance for surviving me." By morning, the clouds had parted, and Lila's email pinged with candidates. Jerry scrolled through headshots on his treadmill, sweat stinging his eyes as he pounded out the frustration. There was the Ivy League grad with the perky smile, too eager. The ex-military type, too rigid. Then, Tyler Brooks, 28, community college dropout turned freelance artist, with a resume that screamed, unconventional. Part-time barista, volunteer at a Queens youth shelter for LGBTQ+ runaways, and a side gig illustrating children's books about families that look like you. His photo showed tousled chestnut hair falling over hazel eyes that held a quiet defiance, like he'd seen the world's sharp edges and chosen to draw rainbows around them anyway. Gay. The discreet note from Lila read, subtly, because Jerry's preferences weren't a secret in boardrooms where whispers followed him like shadows, but they weren't billboard either. "Interview him at 3, Jerry texted back, ignoring the flutter in his gut that had nothing to do with the espresso shots. Tyler arrived early, 15 minutes to be exact, which Jerry noted with a grudging nod from his home office. The man carried a worn leather messenger bag slung over one shoulder, jeans faded at the knees, and a button-down that hugged his lean frame just enough to suggest he lifted weights but not for show. No tie, no pretense, refreshingly un-Manhattan. "Mr. Harlan," Tyler said, extending a hand that was calloused from charcoal sketches and God knows what else. His grip was firm, warm, lingering a beat too long. "Thanks for seeing me. I read about Max's art therapy program in your company's newsletter. Kid's Got Talent. Reminds me of my little brother. Jerry arched a brow, motioning him to the couch. Max was napping in the next room. Monitored by the nanny cam Jerry swore he'd ditch someday. You think nannying a billionaire's kid is like finger painting with runaways? Tyler's laugh was low, genuine, a rumble that cut through the tension like sunlight through fog. Nah. But I think every kid deserves someone who sees the colors in their chaos. And from what I hear, you've got a storm cloud of your own brewing here. The interview stretched longer than planned. Tyler didn't flinch at the salary. Modest for Jerry's standards but life-changing for most, or the hours that bled into nights. He talked about growing up in rural Ohio, coming out at 16 to a family that half embraced, half ignored him, and chasing dreams to the city only to find rent ate creativity for breakfast. I'm not here to fix you, Mr. Harlan, he said, locking eyes. But I can keep the ship steady while you figure out your course. By 5, Jerry was signing the contract. Call me Jerry. And start tomorrow. Max likes pancakes, blueberry, not strawberry. That night, as Jerry tucked Max in, the boy yawned. New friend. Daddy? Something like that, Jerry murmured, his mind already wandering to hazel eyes and hands that felt like they could hold more than just a crayon. The first week blurred into a rhythm Jerry hadn't known he craved. Tyler arrived at 7 sharp, backpack slung with sketch pads and organic snacks, transforming the sterile kitchen into a makeshift art studio. Max bloomed under him, giggles echoing as Tyler taught him to blend watercolors into monster trucks that fly. Jerry watched from the doorway during stolen moments between calls, mesmerized by the ease Tyler moved with. Kneeling on the floor without a care for his jeans, voice pitching high for puppet shows, then dropping low to whisper secrets about hidden treasures in Central Park. One evening, after a board meeting that left Jerry's temples throbbing, he found them in the living room, Tyler strumming an acoustic guitar, pulled from who knows where, while Max banged a toy drum in offbeat harmony. The sight hit Jerry like a rogue wave. Elena used to play like that, lazy Sundays before the chemo. He leaned against the frame, throat tight. Join us, Tyler called, not missing a chord. Max says you're a secret rock star. Jerry chuckled, dry as dust. More like a tone-deaf exec. But I'll take the beer if you're offering. Tyler nodded to the coffee table, where 2 bottles sweated condensation. Jerry sank onto the couch, the proximity electric, Tyler's knee brushing his, the faint scent of sandalwood and city grit. They talked as Max dozed off midstrum, about the startup grind, Tyler's latest mural for a pride event in Brooklyn, the way grief sneaks up like a thief. Lost my mom young, Tyler admitted, fingers tracing the guitar strings. Not to illness, but to silence. She just faded after Dad walked out. You, 3 years ago. Ovarian. Fast as a freight train. Jerry's voice cracked, surprising him. He hadn't shared that raw with anyone since the funeral. Tyler set the guitar aside, his hand hovering before settling on Jerry's forearm, a touch light as a promise. That kind of fast leaves echoes. But look at him, he nodded to Max. You're raising a echo breaker. The air thickened, charged with unspoken wants. Jerry pulled back first, clearing his throat. Early meeting. Thanks for this. As Tyler gathered his things, Jerry caught his reflection in the window, a man teetering on the edge of something dangerous. Affection for the nanny, or the man himself, either way, felt like cracking open a door he'd nailed shut years ago. By week 3, The lines blurred further. Tyler stayed late one night when Jerry's flight to Chicago got grounded by a nor'easter. They ordered Thai from the place on Canal. Max conked out early, leaving them cross-legged on the rug with fortune cookies and a bottle of Jerry's best scotch. To storms that stick around, Tyler toasted, clinking glasses, his eyes dancing with mischief. Jerry smirked, the alcohol loosening knots he didn't know were there. To the fool who signed up for this hurricane. Conversation flowed like the East River at flood. Tyler's ex, a musician who'd bailed for LA Dreams, leaving him questioning if love was just pretty lies set to chord. Jerry's college flings, buried under the weight of boardroom closets, out to investors, but selective with the world. Being gay in tech? It's progress until it's personal, Jerry said, swirling his glass. One wrong vibe, and the VCs scatter like roaches. Tyler leaned in, voice soft. Or maybe you're just waiting for the right vibe to call your bluff. Their knees touched again, deliberate this time. Jerry's pulse thrummed, a bass line to the rain pattering outside. He could lean in, taste the sesame on Tyler's lips, rewrite the rules of employer-employee in one reckless breath. But Max's soft snore from the hall monitor snapped the spell. Bedtime for billionaires, Jerry quipped, standing too quickly. Tyler lingered at the door, bag over shoulder. Night, boss. Dream of clear skies. Jerry didn't sleep. He lay awake, Elena's photo on the nightstand watching him wrestle with ghosts and desires. By morning, resolve hardened. Keep it professional. Tyler was for Max. Anything more was a betrayal of her memory, of the empire built on control. But control slipped like wet marble. 2 days later, disaster struck. Jerry's biggest client pulled a merger over creative differences, tanking stock whispers and his mood into abyss. He stormed home early, barking orders at Lila via Bluetooth, only to find Tyler and Max building a pillow fort in the foyer, complete with string lights and a no grown-ups allowed sign, unless they paid the troll toll in tickles. Daddy, Max squealed, launching into his arms. Tyler rose, wiping flour from his cheek, pancake batter casualty. Rough day, Jerry exhaled, the fort's glow softening edges. The kind that makes you question if any of this is worth it. Tyler tilted his head, that defiant spark igniting. It is. Because of that one. He ruffled Max's hair. Then, quieter, to Jerry. And maybe because you're tougher than you think. Dinner was takeout sushi on the floor. Fort as dining hall. Laughter bubbled up. Unbidden, Jerry mimicking boardroom egos, Tyler countering with shelter stories of kids who'd trade fortunes for a full fridge. As Max nodded off against Jerry's side, Tyler gathered plates, their hands brushing over a soy sauce packet. Heat flared, undeniable. Tyler, Jerry started, voice gravel. This us working together is good. For him, Tyler paused, eyes searching. Yeah. For him, but the pause hung heavy, laced with what-ifs. That night, Jerry fired off an email to HR, review nanny protocols. Boundaries. He told himself it was protection. Deep down, he knew it was fear, of feeling again, of failing again. Week 4 dawned with a school event, Max's preschool family day, where parents paraded crafts and cookies. Jerry, suits and all, felt like an alien among yoga mom hordes. Tyler tagged along as support, his presence a buffer against prying eyes. Single dad alert, one mom stage whispered. Heard he's. You know, Jerry's jaw tightened, But Tyler leaned in at the craft table, tying Max's lanyard with steady fingers. Ignore the hyenas. Focus on the masterpiece. Max beamed up at them, glue stick in hand. Uncle Tyler, draw with us. As they huddled over poster board, Jerry's lines straight as spreadsheets, Tyler's swirling like dreams, fingers grazed again. This time, neither pulled away. A mom's eyebrow arched from across the room, but Jerry didn't care. For the first time in years, he felt seen, not as the widower tycoon, but as a man with ink-stained hands and a laugh that rusted from disuse. Driving home, Max asleep in his booster, Tyler in the passenger seat fiddling with the radio. Indie folk crackled through speakers, Tyler's pick. You know, he said, casual as the skyline blurring by. Max asked if you and I are like mommy and daddy were. Jerry's grip whitened on the wheel. What did you tell him? That families come in all colors. And sometimes, the best ones start with forts and flower fights. Silence stretched, thick as the Hudson fog. Jerry parked in the garage, engine ticking cool. Tyler. I can't. Not with you here, every day. It's not fair to you, to him, to Elena's ghost. Tyler unbuckled, turning fully. Life's not fair, Jerry. But pretending it is, that's the real thief. He exited without another word, leaving Jerry staring at the dashboard, heart hammering like a glitch in the system. Upstairs, tucking Max in, Jerry whispered apologies to the dark, to his son, to his past, to the man who'd cracked his armor without trying. But cracks let light in. And as sleep finally claimed him, Jerry dreamed not of loss, but of hands intertwined over a child's drawing, colors bleeding into forever. The dream lingered into dawn, sticky as the humidity creeping up from the streets below. Jerry woke to the sizzle of bacon, Tyler's doing, no doubt, and the sound of Max reciting alphabet monsters. A is for alligator who ate my socks. He padded into the kitchen, hair tousled, resolve frayed like yesterday's shirt. Morning, chef, Tyler said, flipping strips with a spatula flourish. No awkwardness, just that easy grin, as if their garage confessional hadn't detonated a minefield. Jerry poured coffee, black as his mood. You don't have to play house. I can handle breakfast runs. Tyler slid a plate over eggs Sunnyside, bacon crisp. And rob Max of his favorite wake-up band? Nah. Besides, you look like you wrestled a spreadsheet demon last night. Max barreled in then, pajama-clad chaos, demanding up high from Tyler, who obliged with a spin that drew squeals. Jerry watched. Fork paused mid-air, the domesticity a siren song. How many mornings had Elena done this? How many could he steal before it all shattered? The day spiraled into normalcy laced with undercurrents. Jerry's office calls droned from the den, deal salvages and damage control, while Tyler ferried Max to the park, their return marked by muddy sneakers and tales of ninja squirrels. Lunch was PB&J forts, literal, with toothpicks as turrets, and Jerry found himself lingering, tie loosened, joining the siege. Afternoon brought the first fracture. Lila buzzed in for a status update, her tablet glowing with metrics. Mergers on life support, but I've got a Hail Mary pitch for the Tokyo branch. Dinner meeting. Jerry glanced at Tyler, knee-deep in puzzle pieces with Max. Push it to lunch tomorrow. Family night. Lila's eyes flickered. Professional curiosity. Or something sharper. She was loyal, but Manhattan whispered, and Jerry's arrangement with staff had fueled tabloid fodder before. Noted. And the nanny review? HR's flagging overlaps. Handle it, Jerry snapped, sharper than intended. Tyler's head lifted, brow furrowing, but he said nothing, turning back to the puzzle with forced focus. Dinner was Tyler's stir-fry, veggies from the farmer's market, rice fluffy as clouds. They ate at the island, Max chattering about squirrel spies, oblivious to the tension coiling like smoke. Jerry's phone vibrated incessantly. Texts from investors, a voicemail from his brother in Cali. Heard about the deal. You okay? And who's this Tyler buzz? Gossip traveled faster than light. After Max's bath, a splashy affair with rubber ducks reenacting epic battles. Tyler read bedtime stories, his voice weaving magic through DR. Seuss rhymes. Jerry hovered in the doorway, arms crossed, fighting the pull. When Tyler emerged, towel over shoulder, damp hair curling at his neck, the hallway shrank. About last night, Tyler started, voice low. Don't. Jerry stepped closer, not retreating. I meant it. This job. You're gold for him. But me, I'm a liability. Tyler's jaw set. That Ohio steel surfacing. Bullshit. You're not a checkbook with legs, Jerry. You're a guy who's scared of his own shadow. The words landed like punches. True, bruising. Jerry's hand shot out, gripping Tyler's wrist. Not hard, but enough to halt the retreat. Skin on skin, pulse sinking. You don't know what it's like. Building this, he gestured to the loft's opulence. On eggshells. One slip, and it all avalanches. Elena. She was my anchor. Without her, I'm adrift. Tyler's free hand rose, thumb brushing Jerry's knuckles. A bomb, tentative. Anchors sink ships sometimes. Maybe you need a sail. The kiss happened in the space of a breath. Jerry closing the gap, lips crashing against Tyler's with the desperation of a man parched. Tyler responded fiercely, hands fisting in Jerry's shirt, pulling him into the wall with a thud that echoed their heartbeats. It was messy, hungry, teeth nipping, tongues exploring like uncharted maps. Jerry tasted salt and spice, felt the hard line of Tyler's body molding to his, years of restraint unraveling in moans muffled against collarbones. They broke apart gasping, foreheads pressed, reality intruding like cold water. Fuck, Jerry breathed. This can't. Shoo. Tyler's fingers traced his jaw. It already is. But dawn brought regret's sharp edge. Jerry woke alone in his bed. Tyler's side cool. A note on the pillow, Max to preschool. Coffee's on. We good? No, they weren't. Jerry dressed in armor, crisp shirt, power tie, and met Tyler in the kitchen, where the man nursed a mug, eyes wary. We set boundaries, Jerry said, voice boardroom flat. No more. That. For his sake. Tyler's nod was slow, pained. Boundaries. Got it, boss. The week devolved into a tightrope walk. Tyler's professionalism sharpened. Meals prompt, activities scheduled, smiles for Max only. Jerry buried in work. Mergers mended with 12-hour days. But nights haunted. Phantom touches. Dreams where hazel eyes accused him of cowardice. Max sensed the chill. Clingier at drop-offs. His drawings darkening, stick figures with storm clouds overhead. Then, betrayal's shadow loomed. Lila cornered Jerry post-meeting. Tablet thrust forward. Anonymized tip to HR. Inappropriate relations with nanny. Smells like sabotage, rival firm. Jerry's blood iced. Who? A disgruntled ex-employee? The merger fallout? His mind raced to Tyler, innocent, but vulnerable. Quash it. And double his security clearance. No leaks, but leaks seeped. By Friday, a glossy email from a concerned colleague. Photos, blurry but damning, Jerry and Tyler at family day. Hands too close. A delivery guy spotting them at the market, laughing like lovers. Attached, Tyler's old social media, pride posts, ex-boyfriend tags. Protect your image, Jerry. Or lose it all. Rage boiled. Jerry slammed into the den, dialing his PI, old habit from Elena's illness, chasing leads on treatments. Dig on this sender. And Tyler Brooks' full background. Now, guilt gnawed as he hung up. Tyler didn't deserve the scrutiny. But trust, once cracked, spread like fracture lines. Saturday brought forced normalcy. Central Park outing. Tyler's idea to blow off steam. Max chased pigeons. Tyler tossing a frisbee with effortless grace. His laugh pulling at Jerry like gravity. They sat on a bench, knees inches apart, watching ducks quack for crumbs. You ever think about what if? Tyler murmured, eyes on the water. No job, no kid. Just us. Some dive bar in Brooklyn. Jerry's throat tightened. Every damn night. But reality's a bitch. That tip? It's aimed at us. Tyler's face paled. Us? Shit. I didn't. I know. Jerry's hand twitched, aching to bridge the gap. PI's on it. We'll weather. But storms gathered. That night, as Tyler grilled burgers on the terrace, city lights twinkling like conspirators, Jerry's phone erupted. Brother again. Tabloid alert. Harlan's nanny fling? Front page fodder. PR spinning. But Max. Jerry bolted to his office. Screen blazing with headlines. Pixelated shots. Speculation rife. Billionaire's bedroom secret. Is the help helping himself? His empire teetered, stock dipping. Investors jittery. Tyler knocked. Max in jammies. Eyes wide. Daddy sad. Not sad. Buddy. Just grown-up puzzles. Jerry forced a smile. But when Max scampered off, he rounded on Tyler. This is why. One slip, and the wolves circle. Tyler's hurt flashed raw. Me? I'm the slip? Or are you just scared of what you feel? The argument exploded, whispers to shouts. Accusations flying like shrapnel. You waltz in. Playhouse. And now my life's a circus. Jerry roared. I stayed for him, for you. You idiot. Tyler shot back. Voice breaking. But if I'm such a risk, fire me. Save your precious control. The word hung, guillotine sharp. Jerry's chest heaved, the terrace wind whipping cold. Get out. Both of you, wait. No. Just go. I'll call the agency. Tyler grabbed his jacket, eyes glistening. You think firing me fixes the mirror? Look at yourself. Jerry. Alone again. Because it's safer. The door clicked shut, final as a verdict. Max's wail pierced from the hall. Uncle Tyler. And Jerry crumpled, sliding down the wall. Empire's king reduced to rubble. He rocked his son. Promises hollow. It's okay, buddy. Daddy's here, but he wasn't. Not whole. And as rain lashed the city that night, Jerry stared at Elena's photo, whispering, What have I done? The penthouse felt cavernous in Tyler's absence, echoes amplifying Max's sniffles into symphonies of regret. Jerry canceled Monday's pitch, voice too raw for charm, and holed up with takeout and spreadsheets, numbers blurring as guilt gnawed deeper. Lila handled the PR blitz, denials veiled as personal matters, a donation to a queer youth charity for optics. Stock stabilized, but Jerry's world tilted, off-kilter without Tyler's steady hum. Max regressed. Nights in Jerry's bed, thumb-sucking revived. Drawings now solitary figures under gray skies. "Where Uncle Tyler?" he'd ask, crayon clutched like a lifeline. "Visiting friends. Buddy. Back soon." Lies tasted bitter, but truth was a blade too sharp for small hands. By Wednesday, the PI's report landed. Sender traced to a junior exec, bitter over a past promotion, merger grudge fueling the leak. Jerry fired him via email, cold, corporate, and buried the scandal with NDAs. Victory soured, though it didn't erase the hollow where Tyler fit. That night, scrolling Tyler's now private Instagram, last glimpses of murals and coffee cups, Jerry's thumb hovered over message. "Sorry doesn't cut it." He typed, deleted. "I miss you. Too vulnerable." Finally, Max drew you a dragon. "Come see?" No reply. Dawn broke with silence, heavier than rain. Friday dragged Jerry to a gala, black tie fundraiser for arts in education, irony thick as the champagne flutes pressed into his hand. He schmoozed on autopilot, smile plastic, until a familiar laugh cut through the din. There, across the ballroom in a fitted tux that hugged his frame like sin, was Tyler, date on his arm, a lithe artist type with tattoos snaking up his neck. Jealousy surged, hot and irrational. Tyler, mingling with donors, his hazel eyes lighting when he spotted Jerry. He excused himself, weaving through sequins and egos, stopping inches away, close enough for Jerry to catch sandalwood on his skin. "Fancy running into the storm cloud," Tyler said, tone light but edged. Jerry's bow tie strangled. "You clean up." "Date?" Tyler glanced back. The man chatting animators. "Colleague." "Networking." Pause. "You?" "Solo." As always, the orchestra swelled, waltzes pulling couples to the floor. Max's dragon-haunted Jerry, fierce wings, Tyler's name scrawled in green. "Dance?" Tyler extended a hand, defiant. "For old time's sake." "No strings." Jerry hesitated. Paparazzi lenses glinted from corners, then took it, palm warm against calluses. They moved to the edge, steps awkward at first, then sinking like forgotten muscle memory. Tyler's hand at his waist burned through wool, breath ghosting his ear. "Missed this." The you under the armor. "Missed you," Jerry admitted, voice lost in strings. "All of it. The forts, the fights, the kiss that ruined me." Tyler's grip tightened. Ruined? Or woke up? The song ended too soon, spotlights swinging. Tyler's date approached, arm slipping possessive around his waist. "Everything good here?" "All set," Tyler said. Eyes on Jerry, apology, invitation. "Hey, catch you later?" Jerry nodded, throat dry, watching them melt into the crowd. Later came in the form of a text at midnight. Dragons majestic. "Tell Max hi." "And Jerry, we need to talk." Coffee, neutral ground. Tomorrow, relief flooded, chased by terror. Neutral ground meant no hiding. They met at a hole in the wall in Soho, exposed brick, mismatched mugs, the kind of place Tyler thrived in. Jerry arrived early, nursing black coffee, nerves jangling like loose change. Tyler slid into the booth. No artifice. Hoodie. Jeans. Eyes shadowed from late nights. Max okay? Tyler led, stirring sugar into latte. Missing his co-conspirator. Me too. Jerry leaned forward, elbows on scarred wood. I fucked up. Pushed you out to protect everything, but lost the only real thing in the process. Tyler's sigh was weary wisdom. I get it. Power's a lonely throne. But I'm not Elena's ghost, Jerry. Or some notch. I saw you, the man who sings off-key to Seuss, who builds forts bigger than his ego. That's worth fighting for. Hope flickered. Fragile. Then fight with me? No more boundaries. Just us trying. Tyler's smile broke slow. Sunrise over skyline. Us? Yeah. They walked out hand in hand, fingers laced defiant against midday bustle. First stop, preschool pickup, Max's face lighting like Christmas when Tyler scooped him up. Uncle, dragon friend, right here, champ. Tyler ruffled curls, glancing at Jerry, shared secret. Evenings rebuilt brick by brick. Tyler back full-time. Contract amended to Family Integration Consultant. Fancy title for live-in. With benefits that included stolen kisses in the pantry. Slow dances in the living room while Max napped. Intimacy unfolded tentative. Then torrid nights tangled in sheets. Bodies mapping scars and sighs. Tyler's whispers chasing Elena's echoes into silence. But paradise bred tempests. 2 weeks in, Lila delivered the blow. Anonymous board letter. Demanding lifestyle audit for Jerry's distraction. Signatures from old guard. Merger skeptics. They're gunning for control, she said. Face grim. Proxy fight if you don't step back. Jerry's fist clenched paper. Over my relationship? In 2025. Over optics. Gay billionaire with the nanny? Fuel for their instability narrative. Tyler overheard from the hall. Max at his hip. Fight it. Or we walk, together. The boardroom showdown loomed. A coliseum of suits and subtext. Jerry prepped war. Data dumps. Ally calls. Tyler's hand on his knee under the table during strategy sessions. Anchor. Not wait. Climax crested that Thursday. Fluorescent hell of the conference room. Chairman Hargrove. Silver fox with a serpent's smile. Laid it bare. Your personal entanglements undermine investor confidence. Harlan. Resign the CEO chair, or we vote no confidence. Murmurs rippled. Jerry stood. Voice thunder. Entanglements? You mean love? The kind that built this company from my garage while I grieved my wife. He projected Tyler's mural, pride-inspired, commissioned for the lobby. Diverse figures intertwined, unbreakable. This is Harlan Tech. Innovation, inclusion. Fire me, and you fire our soul. Tyler, in the gallery with Max, child-friendly spin, met his gaze steady, proud. The vote teetered. Allies swayed. Hargrove's bluster crumbled. By adjournment, Jerry retained the throne, barely, with reforms promised. Elation crashed post-meeting. Hargrove's parting shot, leaked to press. Harlan's nanny scandal. Power play or personal peril? Photos resurfaced. Twisted. Jerry stormed home. Rage boiling over. Tyler waited in the kitchen. Max Abed. We won. But at what cost? Jerry hurled his briefcase. Glass shattering on tile. A vase. Elena's favorite. Shards skittered like accusations. Tyler knelt, gathering pieces barehanded. Blood welling on porcelain. Cost is part of it. But quitting, that's the real loss. Jerry dropped beside him, staunching a cut with his tie. I can't lose you two. Not to this circus. You won't. Tyler cupped his face, blood-smeared thumb on cheek. We're the circus now. Ringmasters. They made love on the rug that night, slow and salvaging bodies a bulwark against the world. Dawn brought cleanup, literal and figurative. Jerry donated the vase's twin to auction, proceeds to Tyler's shelter. Boundaries redrawn, not as walls, but bridges. Yet undercurrents stirred. Tyler's colleague from the gala texted, "Miss our collabs." Dinner? Innocent. But Jerry's insecurity flared, ghosts of Elena's hospital vigils. Alone while the world spun. One evening, post-bedtime, Jerry scrolled Tyler's phone, unlocked on the counter, trust test. Messages from the artist. That night was fire. Harlan clipping wings, heart emoji, flirty. Betrayal's knife twisted. Not infidelity, but the reminder, Tyler was young, vital, unscarred by empires. Jerry confronted over wine, voice edged. Who's the real distraction, me, or the freedom I stole? Tyler's eyes widened, hurt blooming. Snooping? After everything, just facts. Jerry's tone iced over, old defenses rising. You're 28. I can't cage you. You're not. But doubting? That's the cage. Tyler stood, glass clinking down. I choose this. If you can't see that, maybe I choose wrong. The door didn't slam this time, just clicked, soft as finality. Jerry chased to the hall, but Tyler was gone, Uber to Brooklyn, pride's refuge. Days blurred into void. Max's questions sharpened. Uncle mad at Daddy? Jerry's answers faltered. Work a numb haze. Lila mediated. Give space. Or lose him for good. Space stretched to a week. Agony's eternity. Then, a package. Tyler's sketchpad. Left behind. Pages chronicled them. Forts. Kisses. Max's grin. Final drawing. 3 figures under rainbow. Labeled family. Note tucked inside. Wings don't mean flying away. But trust does. Meet me? Shelter. Friday. For the kids and us. Jerry went. The Queen's Center buzzed. Murals fresh. Runaways painting dreams. Tyler knelt with a teen. Guiding brushstrokes, patient, luminous. Seeing Jerry, he rose, tentative. Thought you'd bail, Tyler said, voice thick. Almost did. Scared shitless. Jerry pulled him aside, wall of eyes watching. You're my wingman. My everything. No more doubts. Tyler's laugh broke, tears salting. Prove it. The kiss was public, unapologetic, wolf whistles from the kids, Max's equivalent in spirit. Cameras? Let them click. This was their truth. Reconciliation's glow warmed the loft like hearth fire, thawing fractures into foundations. Tyler moved in officially, no contracts, just keys and a drawer in the dresser, his sketchpads mingling with Jerry's ledgers. Mornings synced. Coffee brewing as Tyler hummed folk tunes, Max orchestrating breakfast chaos, Jerry stealing kisses over cereal bowls. Gross. Daddies, Max giggled, but his hugs lingered, secure in the weave. Publicly, they navigated minefields with grit. Jerry's coming out memo to the board, Tyler Brooks. Partner. Collaborator. The heart I didn't know I needed. Rippled waves, but allies amplified. Stock ticked up on authenticity branding. pride partnerships bloomed. Tabloids shifted from scandal to power couple goals. Though trolls lurked in comments, predatory rich guy grooms the help. Privately, scars itched. Tyler's ex pinged sporadically. Congrats on the upgrade, innocuous. But Jerry's jaw clenched reading them. Delete? He'd ask. Casual. Tyler would then counter. Trust's a two-way. Babe. Your brother's texts? Finally settling down. About time you forgot Elena. Jerry flushed. Mark's blunt Cali speak. Meant well. He's an ass. But family. So's mine. Tyler shot. Ohio ghost stirring. Dad called last week. Proud of the city boy. But when's the wedding? Pressure much. Laughter diffused. But undercurrents simmered. Max's birthday loomed. 6. A milestone Elena would have orchestrated with balloons and bad cake. Jerry planned half-hearted. Clown. Cake from Carlos. Invites to execs. Tyler dove deeper. Theme? Superheroes. And invite the shelter kids. Make it epic. The party transformed the rooftop terrace. Capes for all. Tyler as Captain Color. Face paint smudges on cheeks. Runaways mingled with VCs. Laughter bridging worlds. A girl with Tyler's brush lessons shyly gifting Max a dragon portrait. Jerry watched from the grill, spatula in hand, heart swelling. Elena would have loved this messy, alive. As dusk fell, fireworks spelling happy birthday in sky bursts, Tyler sidled up, arm around waist. See? Heroes don't need capes. Just heart. Jerry turned, kissing him slow under sparks. My hero, but bliss blinded to brewing storms. Lila warned midweek. Hargrove's rallying proxies again. Whispers of a takeover bid. Quiet, but vicious. Jerry dismissed. Bluff. We're solid. Tyler, sketching at the island, paused. Fight smart. Not alone. Nights deepened their bond, bodies entwined. Vulnerabilities bared. Tyler traced Elena's ring scar on Jerry's finger. Tell me about her. The real her. Stories flowed. College pranks. Midnight drives. The way she'd hum show tunes during labor. She wanted normal. I gave her chaos. Jerry's voice cracked. You make chaos beautiful. Tyler shared 2 Ohio fields. First crush on the farmhand. Coming out amid cornstalks. Felt like betraying the land. But hiding, that betrays the soul. Love solidified. Ringed in whispers of forever. But eternity's foe is time. Crisis erupted on a crisp October Friday. Jerry's merger closed. Triumph. Champagne toasts, but Tyler missed the call. Shelter emergency. A kid's overdose scare. Go, Jerry urged. Family first. Hours later, Tyler burst into the loft. Face ashen. Jerry, it's bad. Kid stable, but my past. Cops pulled records, old arrest. Nothing major. Bar fight after ex dumped me. Hargrove's team leaked it to the press. Nannies' criminal ties. Harlan's reckless romance. Jerry's world tilted. Front page smears. Mugshot grainy. Headlines howling billionaires bad boy drugs. Drama. And daddy daycare? Lies amplified fight was self-defense. No drugs but optics bled stock red. Fury propelled Jerry to the den. Dialing crisis PR. Tyler followed. Shattered. I should have told you. Buried it. Thought it dead. Dead? In this town. Jerry whirled. Voice venom. You hid a felony shadow while I parade us as perfect? Petty misdemeanor. Cleared. Tyler's shout echoed. Max stirring down the hall. But yeah, I hid because judgment's your kryptonite. One whiff of imperfection, and you armor up. Pain lanced, Tyler's truth a mirror to Jerry's fears. Imperfection? It's a weapon. They use it to gut me, to gut us. Max patted in, rubbing eyes. Daddy's yelling? Guilt doused fire. Tyler knelt, scooping him. Just loud talking. Champ. Story time. As he vanished to the nursery, Jerry sank to the couch. Phone ablaze. Investors bailing. Board emergency call at dawn. Betrayal's aftertaste soured. Tyler's secret not malice, but omission's sting rivaled Hargrove's malice. Midnight found Jerry pacing the terrace. City a glittering accusation. Tyler emerged. Blanket-wrapped Max asleep inside. He's out. Talk to me. Jerry faced him. Wind-tousling hair. Why now? Why this bomb? Not now, always. My baggage. Thought I could outrun it. Tyler's voice broke. If it's too much, don't. Jerry pulled him close. Rain threatening. It's us or nothing. But trust. Rebuild it. They clung through the downpour's onset. Soaked to bone, symbolic baptism. Inside, dried and drawn close, they plotted. Press conference. Tyler's story firsthand. Shelter testimonials. Vulnerability as shield. Dawn's boardroom was gladiatorial. Hargrove smirked. Packet of evidence fanned. Your paramour's record speaks. Harlan. Unfit for family man. Jerry stood. Tyler at his side. Hand under table. Steel. Record? A 20-year-old scrape from a broken heart. Cleared. Context ignored. He cued the screen. Tyler's shelter impact stats. Kid letters. Max's video. Uncle Tyler's my best. Murmurs shifted. Tyler spoke then. Voice steady. I own my past. Fought for it. Like these kids fight daily. Jerry? He fights fairer than most. Hargrove faltered. Vote collapsing. Victory. Pyrrhic. Stock wobbled. But core held. Aftermath battered. Paparazzi swarmed the lobby. Flashes blinding. Jerry shielded Tyler. Barking at security. But a shove from a reporter. Hargrove plant. Sent Tyler sprawling. Elbow cracking on marble. Hospital wait was purgatory. X-rays. Stitches for a gash. Tyler pale under fluorescence. Worth it? He quipped. Morphine slurred. Every scar. Jerry kissed his knuckles. Elena's photo in his wallet a talisman. Discharge brought quiet reckoning. Home. Max's hugs bandaged more than gauze. But nights. Jerry woke sweating. Dreams of leaks. Losses. Tyler walking away. One such. 3 a.m. Tyler stirred. Again. Can't shake it. Jerry confessed. Head on chest. What if I drag you down? Tyler flipped them. Straddling gentle. Or lift us up. Choose lift. Their lovemaking was reaffirmation. Slow. Sacred. Reclaiming power in gasps and grips. Post-climax haze. Tyler murmured. Marry me? Not for show for us. Jerry's yes was instant. Tears salting skin. Rings source discreet. Platinum bands etched with dragon wings. Proposal eve. They told Max over forts and frosting. Uncle Tyler's staying forever. Like daddy's. Max beamed. Yay. Cake. Laughter sealed it. But fate, capricious, loomed larger. Thanksgiving approached. Harlan tradition. Family feast. Mark flying in. Tyler prepped. Turkey brined. Pies from scratch, nerves jangling. Your brother's seen my mugshot? Worse, he's seen me naked in the 90s. Jerry teased. Diffusing. Mark arrived boisterous. Bear hugs, Cali wine. Over appetizers, he grilled Tyler. Heard you tamed the beast. How? Tyler grinned. Love's not taming. It's dancing in the storm. Mark clinked glasses. To storms and survivors. Feast flowed warm. Stories swapping. Tyler's Ohio tales mirroring Mark's surf mishaps. Max thrived. Pie-smeared grin eternal. But post-dinner, Mark pulled Jerry aside. Kid's solid. But you, I's haunted. This real. Or rebound. Realer than breath. Jerry's certainty anchored. Yet doubt's whisper persisted. December chilled. Holidays hawking cheer amid commercialization. Jerry's schedule ballooned. Holiday mergers. Gala circuits. Tyler adapted. Shelter shifts filling gaps. But distance crept. Texts over touches. Missed bedtimes. Climax brewed on a snow-laced eve. Harlan Tech's winter ball. Black tie splendor in the plaza. Jerry schmoozed. Tyler charming donors. Max with a sitter. Midway, Hargrove cornered, Fox in velvet. Charming the missus. Brooks, careful slippery floors. Subtext slithered earlier. Jerry's heel on ice-slick steps. Hargrove's helpful nudge averted. Threat veiled. Tyler paled, relaying later in a coat-check nook. He's unhinged. We expose. Risky. Jerry Wade, Empire versus. Safety. Quiet countermeasures. PI on him, but quiet shattered. New Year's dawned with Leak 2.0. Forged docs. Tyler's confession to bar fight aggression. Tied to Harlan instability. Stock plunged 8%. Board panic texts flying. Jerry's rage crested in the den. Hurling a snow globe, crystal shards raining. Tyler entered. Coat dusted white. Babe! Out! Jerry roared. Unhinged. Your past's a curse. I can't. Can't what? Love through shit. Tyler's tears fell hot. Or admit you're drowning in it? The slap verbal, but lacerating landed. Tyler recoiled. I'm done dancing. Call when you're ready to stand. Door slam reverberated. Final as frostbite. Jerry chased to the street. Snow swallowing Tyler's cab taillights. Back inside. Max's cry pierced. Where's Uncle? Gone. Buddy. Daddy's mistake. Solitary agony. Jerry nursed scotch. Empire crumbling via Bloomberg alerts. Mark called. Fix it, idiot. Or lose the best thing twice. Dawn's regret propelled action. Jerry stormed Hargrove's office. Unannounced. Fury unchained. Your game's end. Resign, or I bury you in lawsuits. Hargrove blanched, but smirked. Proof. Coming. PI's dossier. Payoffs. Forgeries. Jerry walked out king. Hargrove's empire ash. But personal pyre raged. Tyler ghosted. Radio silence. Shelter visits rebuffed. Desperation peaked Valentine's. Jerry at Tyler's door. Roses wilting. Max clutching a card. Be my forever? Tyler opened. Hollow-eyed. Why? Because without you, I'm hollow. Jerry knelt in slush. Marry me. Fight with me. Love me. Flaws and all. Tyler hauled him up. Kiss fierce as blizzard. Yes. But no more alone. Inside. Over cocoa. They mended. Therapy booked. Boundaries as bonds. Max danced between. Family forged. Spring unfurled tentative petals over Manhattan's grit, mirroring the cautious bloom in Jerry's chest. The wedding planning became ritual, courthouse simple, then rooftop vow renewal for the village, shelter kids as ring bearers, Mark officiating with Callie flair. Tyler's ring glinted during fittings, his sketches adorning invites, intertwined hands under rainbow arches. Work stabilized, Hargrove's ouster a cautionary board tale, Harlan Tech stock soaring on resilient leadership narratives. Jerry delegated more, carving space for park runs with Max and Tyler, where they'd collapse on blankets, fingers laced, dreaming expansions, family travel, a Brooklyn home base for Tyler's art. But humanism's core tested in whispers. Tyler's shelter called One May Dusk, funding cut, evictions looming for the kids. They need more than murals, he said, voice strained over dinner. They need homes. Jerry set fork down. Then build them. I'll match donations, double. Tyler's eyes shone. Not charity. Partnership. Your tech for their futures, apps for job training, virtual mentors. The project ignited. Harlan Haven. Beta launched at Pride. Tyler's vision coded with Jerry's resources. Runaways tested it first, feedback raw. Revolutionary. Max interned, drawing app icons, his innocence the spark. Yet shadows lingered. Elena's anniversary approached, July 15th, 3 years void. Jerry withdrew, snaps short, nights solitary on the terrace. Tyler gave space, then bridged. Picnic? Her spot in the park. They went. Central lawn. Elena's bench plaque gleaming. Max chased fireflies as adults unpacked. Sandwiches, her favorite rose. Tyler read a letter aloud. Elena's words from Jerry's wallet. Love again, my king. For Max. For you. Tears fell unashamed. She saw you coming, Jerry whispered, pulling Tyler close. Knew I'd need this fire. Vow echoed. Growth through grief. Love as legacy. Summer swelled with milestones. Max's swim lessons. Tyler's mural unveiling at the shelter. 6 stories of hope. Jerry cutting the ribbon with shears steady. Paparazzi milled. But flashes felt like stars. Not spotlights. Fall crisped leaves into gold. Wedding day dawning clear. Rooftop. Sunset hues bathing vows. Jerry. Tux rumpled. Voice vow thick. You changed chaos to home. I do eternal. Tyler. Eyes misted. You saw my shadows. Loved the light. I do fierce. Max. Flower boy proud. I do too. Rings exchanged. Kiss sealed under cheers. Shelter chorus. Bored allies. Mark whooping. Honeymoon. Amalfi Cliffs. No suits. Just swimsuits and sunsets. They swam naked in coves. Bodies renewed. Hiked ruins. Hands clasped over ancient stones. Nights. Under stars. Tyler sketched Jerry asleep. Curls silvered by moon. My forever storm. Return brought reality's embrace. Haven expanded. Max starting kindergarten. Jerry's TED Talk on love as innovation viral. Conflicts ebbed. Not absent, but navigated. Tyler's family visit. Awkward Ohio hugs thawing to toasts. Jerry's therapy breakthroughs. Voicing Elena's ghost as guardian. Not chain. Winter's hush gifted quiet joys. Tree trimming marathons. Max's school play. Tyler as stage dad. Jerry filming teary. New Year's. They toasted on the terrace. To us, unbreakable. But life's humanism whispered by kitsch. Not flawless fairy tale. but tapestry woven with threads of ache and awe. One February morn, Tyler confessed over pancakes. Pregnant? Not. But adoption thoughts? For Max. A sibling? Jerry's heart stuttered. Yes. 1,000 times. Papers filed. Weights woven into weights. Climax's echo faded, replaced by cadence. Dramatic falls yielding to romantic rises. Betrayals burnished to trust. Jerry, once solitary titan, now leaned into tandem. Tyler's hand in his at galas. Max's laughter the metric that mattered. Years blurred. Haven a network. Max a tween artist. A sister arriving via foster to adopt. Little Mia. Curls like Elena's. Spirit like Tyler's. Holidays swelled. Tables groaning. Stories stacking. On their 10th anniversary, rooftop redux. Snow-dusting vows renewed. Jerry pulled Tyler aside. City twinkling below. You changed everything. From firings to family. Tyler grinned. Hazel eternal. And you? From storm to shelter. They kissed. Slow as seasons. As Max, now teen, rolled eyes with Mia giggling. Below, Manhattan pulsed. Witness to their arc. From hook of heartbreak to humanism's hold. In the end, love wasn't conquest, but communion flawed, fierce, forever. And in America's relentless beat, they danced on, unbroken,